Good day, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph, and today I want to give you a few high probability trades. So, Bitcoin and Ethereum is pretty much trapped in a sideways building up, and I expect a breakout to the upside on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And so, I want to quickly go over a few trades that I think is probably high probability trades. Okay. Now, on Bitcoin, I had earlier today a small breakout trade right here when Bitcoin closed above the 20 EMA, but Bitcoin already went so far up. I don't know if it will maybe come back and just trigger this trade again, but my idea was a 2 to 1 profit to reward ratio, and I wanted to go for 4% on Bitcoin with a 2% stop loss. I still think it's a good trade. You might just want to wait for Bitcoin to pull back a little bit so it can get in there at the 23,168 level. That would be my entry. I want to go for 4% take profit and 2% stop loss. So that trade might be out if Bitcoin is gonna, Bitcoin went down and then it did this double bottom, and so that's a good indication that it's gonna go up. It's also a proper W pattern. The two bottom was also a lower low and then a higher low, so which is also a bullish pattern. So that's why I expect Bitcoin to probably bounce back for us here at the $24,081 level. Okay, so that's kind of my Bitcoin trade. So, but right now, this is not one of my probability trades. It's just a trade that I'm in right now. Okay, so second trade is actually a Ethereum sell trade. Okay, so now you'll notice what happened with Ethereum. It went down, it hit the trend line, it went up, hit the trend line, went down again. And now Ethereum went up to this level right here. And so the idea is that it might hit the trend line and come down, but I expect Ethereum to come all the way down here. You can see that support line is a very, very strong support line. And so what I was thinking is that Ethereum might even test this lows and even go as low. Maybe we can just make this trade a little bit less risky, and let's bring our take profit more into that region, and also to make us our stop loss a little bit smaller, so we can still stay within a 2 to 1 ratio. So I think, especially if Bitcoin can just go up, Ethereum can go up a little bit more, definitely in this zone, right over here, uh, in this zone, is a big opportunity for us to sell Ethereum, and then you might even be able to take a little bit more profit. But for right now, my entry was at the 1620 level, and I was going for a 2 to 1 stop loss to take profit ratio with a 4.48% take profit and a 2.13% stop loss. Okay, so that was my Ethereum trade. Still also not one of my probability trade, but I do feel better about this trade than about the Bitcoin trade, especially if Ethereum can bounce on that trend line there at the top. Then I definitely think this is an excellent trade to take. Now let's look at MATIC. So as I yesterday I had a buy signal over there, but what MATIC did, it pretty much did that same movement. It went down and then it had down and it had a double bottom. This low was lower than that low, and now it's on its way up. And so this MATIC trade of mine might even pay out. Now my target is at 125, and I really think MATIC can do it. And you're not far from the entry. My entry is at $1 and let's say 12 cents, or $1.11. And so maybe you could just wait for a little bit of a pullback and then jump into the trade. But in this trade, I have a, let me just get to my trade itself. I got a 2.2 risk to reward ratio on this trade, with a 11.87% take profit. Let me just move this down a little bit. 11.87% take profit and 5.22 stop on this trade. And this is definitely stronger. So as you can see, my Bitcoin trade was probably the weakest. The Ethereum one is is definitely a little bit stronger, and this MATIC trade is a lot stronger. Now, when we go to ADA, yesterday I predicted a sell signal on ADA, and I actually made my profit. Here's the trade. I just left it in here for you for yesterday, and this went straight down, and it cashed out, and you would have made a easy 3.71%. Now, my new trade on Cardano is this trade. It's a little bit of a longer trade, 6.85%. And ever since I drawn this up, just literally 10 minutes ago, it has gone up so much already. But I wanted us to buy at 38 cents. You could possibly buy at 38.5 cents. But the profit to risk reward is again 2% with a 6.85% take profit on ADA and a 3.41% stop. And I think this is a good trade. Now, if we just zoom in a little bit, you can see definitely the market here is in an upwards trend. We've been consistently making higher highs and higher lows. And so there's actually a channel. If we could actually draw a channel here, let me see if I can find that channel. If you would draw a channel out here, you'd actually see what ADA is busy doing. It is actually running in this channel right here. Let's pull this down a little bit so you can see what's actually happening here with ADA. So it broke through into the channel, and then it started bouncing inside of that channel. And so therefore it can easily now bounce up to the top side of this channel and take our target of 0.41 cents. Okay, so that's my target for ADA. So I definitely have a strong buy signal. That was a short-term sell. It did pay out, but now I definitely think we are on an up run. Now, I'm very excited about this XRP trade because, let me just make this a little bit bigger. What happened with XRP? XRP was consistently bouncing up against this descending trend line. And so now we are right on that trend line, and we haven't broken it yet. And if that line holds, then I expect for XRP to come down into this level right there. And that's why I thought, okay, let's do a trade. We can go with you can probably make your stop loss a little bit smaller, so you can get to a 2-to-1 ratio on your risk rewards. And so the idea was for a short trade. Remember, this is now the trend is actually upwards, so this is just a little bit of a retracement trade, but they work very well. So high probability trade of 3.24% on the XRP on the Ripple with a small stop loss of 1.56%. Okay. And I think, again, this is a high probability trade right now. When I drew it up, we were at 41 cents, and we already start to come down a little bit, but it might bounce another time and just give you a little bit better of an entry. But I think this is an excellent trading opportunity. And then finally, I just want to look again at my AVAX trade. So yesterday I said my target is $23 on AVAX, and this is my trade, 14.87% take profits, and then 7.13% stop loss. We barely missed our stop loss yesterday, so it pulled back quite a bit. Maybe entry here at the bottom would have been better, or maybe this at least on the 50 EMA, a bounce on the 50, but it kind of broke through. But now it started to go to the upside again, and so I have an expectation for 14.87% take profit on AVAX. Okay, so guys, this is my high probability trades. Of all the trades, I really love the XRP, the MATIC, and the ADA trade. The AVAX trade, I didn't expect. I expected that support line to hold. It broke to the downside. Now it broke above again. So I have my doubts about this AVAX trade, and maybe also about my Bitcoin trade, but the other trades I'm feeling quite solid about. So what it is about, if you can always trade at a 2-to-1 ratio risk reward, and you can get about 50% of your trades to cash out in a positive, then you're gonna on the long run always make money. And kind of that's the strategy with this to find high probability trades, and then always to do the risk to reward ratio 2 to 1. So even if you would lose 66% of the trades and win 33% or 34% of trades, you would still be at the break even. So, but you'll notice if you go back in the history of my channel that most of the trades, let's say at least 60% of the trades, cash out in a positive. And so on the overall tally, that's a great positive that we're seeing here in the training. Okay, guys, I'll be back again tomorrow night. Please check out the Deon's video. We did a proper analysis what is happening with Bitcoin. Have a fantastic evening. Go well.